So, my best friend's fiance is telling me not to go to their wedding, but we're a little closer than the average could understand. I promise, I don't like him. He's like a brother to me. But the fiance is saying I'm far too close and she's going to break off the marriage if I don't back off. Hey everyone, sorry, this might be a long and crazy one, but I really need advice, and I make any mistakes, please correct me, and I'm not in my right mind right now. I'm 28 female and have known my best friend Jack since preschool. We became best buddies and he comes from a wealthy family, has amazing parents and they're so sweet. I, on the other hand, so not my mom, was a single mother. My dad's committed before I was born and my mom then became an alcoholic. She goes to work, then comes home and drinks all night, and she's never cared for me. She lost her life in a car accident after she passed out on the road. I was 15 at the time. Jack's parents took me in, and they became my foster parents, and I loved them so much. They were always there for me. And Jack was always there for me in everything. He was there when I had problems with my mother, when I was depressed, and when I was sick, happy, angry. After my first heartbreak, he was always here, and his parents rented an apartment for us in college. Jack even left the college he wanted to come to mine, and I love him so much I would die for him. I see him as a brother, one that I love so much, nothing more. Never looked at him any other way. He was the brother I never had. I see him as my twin. But he has the biggest crush on me, and he's never confessed and, well, never made a move on me for anything. But I've seemed to notice how he felt. While playing Truth or Dare, a friend asked if I would date Jack. I laughed it off and said, "No, not in a million years. Jack is my brother. That's disgusting." Jack also started laughing with me. I've made it clear I've never seen him that way, without actually telling him. I know he likes me. I think it'll just be awkward and I don't want to lose him. I've been in a serious relationship with one guy for 4 years, but we broke up about a year ago, and it had nothing to do with Jack. All the guys never really cared since they know how I feel about him. Jack has never really dated anyone, just hookups, and maybe for like 2 months. They're over. But he has dated Sophia for 3 years now, and he proposed a year and 5 months ago. They've been planning the wedding, and I've been with them in the planning. I'm one of the groom women since I'm not close with Sophia. Jack would always ask my opinion and things, and it's been like that since forever. I noticed Sophia did not like that, so I kept myself away making excuses. I can't come along for some other plans. Well, their wedding is the 10th, which is in 2 days. Sophia called and asked me to meet with her, and we did at a park, and she told me not to come to the wedding because she knows if Jack sees me, he will not go along with the wedding. I told her she's crazy. Jack loves her. He has no feelings for me, and she told me everybody knows how he feels about me, and I let him go or date him. I told her, I will never date him. He's my brother. I mean, yeah, maybe not my blood brother, but he's still my brother. She asked me to stay away from them because the moment she marries him, she will make him cut me off. I'm not okay with that. As long as he's the one to do that, if he's happy, I will be happy for him. But I will not upset him by not going to his wedding. She also asked me to stay away from his parents, and that's when I got mad, and told her they are also my parents, and I will not just leave them alone because she doesn't want me there. If she's scared of me, she shouldn't marry Jack. And I left. I really don't know what to do. He's my brother, and they are my parents. I don't want to cut them off, but I also really like Sophia for him. She's really sweet, an amazing girl, and now I'm just planning to not go. But I don't know how Jack will feel. Is this the right thing to even do? Update number 1. Hey again, I just talked with Mom and Dad, and they're not happy with what I had to say, and they've been trying to get Sophia and Jack, but their phones are not ringing. Just to make everything make sense a bit, me and my parents are at a hotel now. It's 7:30 a.m., and I had the talk with Sophie yesterday. The 6th. 8:30 a.m. and we're all getting ready to leave because we live a bit away from the airport to the wedding destination. Jack and Sophia are also with us, but in a different hotel, and she said this. They want to have a bit of alone time with each other before the big day, which was fine with us. My mom's pretty upset, and she asked me to not ever keep something like that from her, and she thanked all of you for helping me out to do the right thing. They are mad that she's trying to keep me away from my brother and making a decision for him, but also for trying to keep me away from them. She told me how she sees no difference between both of her kids and would never, ever let anyone hurt us. The three of us have talked and cried while cuddling on the couch for a bit, just like the before. I know I live with them officially since 15. But I was always there, and I even slept there for days because my, biological mom was out working or really just drinking her life away. It was not safe for me, so we've been close long before she officially passed. We're not just trying to get in contact with Jack and tell him what happened. Mom and Dad will talk with him, and I'll also do that. But after I want to make a couple of things clear in our relationship. I've always been avoiding it because I thought maybe I would lose him. Maybe he will hate me. Mom has also asked me how I feel about Jack, and they will always support me, and I told them, he is my brother, nothing more. Dad asked to make that clear for Jack because they know that he had a thing for me. But he told them it was over, and they also said they're not really sure if he really is over the fact that Sophia is actually like that and something must have happened. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for the help in the comment section. Update number 2. Hey everyone, sorry I was a bit late with Jack answered an hour after my update. My parents asked him to come quick for something important and he came, but Sophia did not and he said she was busy getting a couple things ready for the wedding. He came and brought us donuts and we've always loved donuts. He noticed the moment he entered the room something was wrong. He asked what was wrong and I really couldn't tell him. I've always suffered with my mental health and I have a lot of things I go to therapy for. But the most thing is losing someone I really am afraid of losing. And that's the most real terrifying thing I want to fix. I always let people step on me because I don't want to lose them. This was really my first time just not letting it happen. My parents told me if I wanted, I can go to the room and sit down and can come out after they talk to him. He was worried. He kept on asking, what's wrong? I told him Mom and Dad'll tell you and just went out of the room. Well, they did. He was upset and I heard him call Sophia and asked her why she said that and she said I was lying. Well, you guys have told me that she'll say that, but I never really thought she would do something like that. She really did. Jack just walked into the room and asked, "Did she say that to you?" I told him she did. He just walked out the room and I left and I thought it was over. I just lost my brother, my best friend, my twin. I really never knew how important he was to me until that moment. Mom and Dad did comfort me though. They told me if he doesn't want me in the wedding, I will still go tomorrow and just have a fun time. And just don't go to the wedding. Until they finish, then we can go on to the trip, just the three of us, since I do already have a plane ticket. I cried a bit and ate, and then went back to my room maybe 2 hours later. Jack came knocking on my door. Well, I was really surprised to see him. He gave me one of those big hugs he always gives me, and he apologized. He said Mom and Dad told him I was upset after he left, and he told me he was not giving up on me. But he knew the moment I said she did that I was not lying. Well, he was just so mad at that point and wanted to figure out why she would do that. I asked why is she trying to push me away, and he just asked if he tells me why, nothing will change our relationship. So I told him, yeah, nothing's going to change. Well, he told me before they started dating, they were friends. And he told her how he's liked me for a long time, but I never seen him that way. And he always tries to point out that he told me he knew I didn't like him, but he just could not accept that. And thought maybe, just maybe, I was just scared. And if we don't work out, he just didn't want to accept it. When he saw how furious I was with my ex, he decided to start his own life, and not just wait. He and her started talking and he started liking her, I guess. He told me it was very hard because he would always talk to her about me before they dated, but he really loves her, and that's why he proposed to her, and he asked her what she thinks about our relationship. He told her I had nothing for him, and if she would like him to cut me off, it's not going to happen, because I had nothing to do with it, and he just assured her he had nothing for me anymore, and she accepted his proposal. Well, he told me that they were doing pretty good. He never talked or did anything to upset her, but the fact that she went behind his back was really hurtsome. She told him I should leave because what if he is not over me yet? He told her he would not marry her if he wasn't. So he asked her, how does she expect me to just leave my family just like that after everything I've went through? And I only have them. She said it's not a big deal. I can find another family just like I found this one. Well, he was upset and called off the wedding right then and there. I mean, they're still together though, and he said he's going to go see her tomorrow, and we'll see what's going to happen. He asked if I ever liked him, and I told him no. Oh, he cried a bit, and he told me it was so good to finally say it to her after I knew how he felt. I apologized if I ever hurt him, and I told him I really care about him, and I would like to maybe have a bit of time just to get over this. I need time away, but he needs it more than me, and not going in any contact to me, but maybe having a bit of space. No more going out to parties, no more catching up with dinners. We will be talking and will only meet 5 times a month at our present pace. He's booked a room and is staying with us. Sophia has been calling and sending voicemails, but I've not answered and just blocked her for now. She doesn't seem very happy about it. I will update you with what Jack will do, and it's the least I can do for you guys. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate the support. Next update, I talked with Sophia. A lot of you guys complained about my writing. I'm sorry. I was not even sure what I was doing at the moment, and English is not my native language, and I didn't study college in English. I talked with her. I told her she doesn't have to worry about me. If she feels uncomfortable, then, well, we should talk things out. She told me she was wrong with how this went. She was just scared and did not mean what she said. She told me everything was fine until me and my ex broke up. Then she just starts worrying for no reason. Jack never did anything to make her worry about me, though. She was stressed with the wedding planning, and I believed her, and I know she's a nice person. She's never been close to me, but I know her. We've met at a family gatherings quite a few times and went out with friends some. And if it's to be honest, she really does get stressed. We talk with mom and dad, and they're happy that we solved the problem. Jack has also talked with her, and they've made up everything. The wedding is still going to happen. But I still won't go. I did not know Sophia knew Jack had a crush for me, and to be honest, it's for the best. I never meant to make Sophia the bad guy. I just wanted to know what to do. Jack loves her, and I'm sure of that. I don't think he'll take me as a sister. Even if he doesn't like me, I'm just a close friend. But he is my family, and I always will be there for him. And no, I did not ever have feelings for him, really. You guys literally made me question my life in the comment section. I never loved Jack like I loved my ex, so I'm 100% sure. And to the people waiting for me and Jack to get together, well, that's not happening ever. I'm actually trying to get back with my ex. Well, thanks again to everybody. Update. Final update of story. Wow. Yeah, so a lot's happened. I owe this to you guys. I want to answer some questions. Why I did say I will not be attending. Well, Sophia wanted me to go after we talked, and she told me a lot of things about Jack. He started liking me in the 3rd grade. I didn't know when it started, and when I realized how long and serious he was, honestly, if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't like the girl my husband has a crush on being at the wedding either. I decided not to go just to show my respect for the relationship. Sophia still wanted me to go and just kept on calling me. Our flight was the 8th at 10 a.m. I was supposed to still go because we, family and friends, are also having a vacation there. after Jack and Sophia leave for their honeymoon. Well, I canceled everything, including the vacation. I was going to go back home the next day. I helped Mom and Dad with their luggage, and I went to the airport at 8 to see them off. It was 9 and Jack and Sophia were not here yet. Sophia arrives at 9:30 and starts crying in the airport, saying that Jack left and hasn't come back. We called, but he didn't answer. Sophia starts yelling, saying it's my fault. I should have just agreed to come to the wedding after she apologized, and I told her she asked me not to go, and me not going is the right thing to do because I don't want anything to do with their relationship. She told me it was hard to convince him to propose and finally get married, and me not going just ruined everything for her. And just made him know that he still loved me, and broke things off with her. I told her that's a you problem. She said I will always be the problem. He still wants me. Always talking about me, how I make him so happy, how my food is so good when she cooks for him, how she is not as funny as me, how he cried and broke up with her after finding out me and my ex were trying for a baby. And she had to convince him to get back together. I told her she doesn't want me in their life. That's why I am not going to the wedding, and told Jack to keep space and time between us. And now she's upset? And why would she ever want to convince a man to marry her? She should have let go a long time ago. I never knew he still liked me after dating her. And now that I know and tried leaving, I'm still a problem, huh? I told her she can marry him or not, I will cut contact with him either way. But I will not be leaving my parents, and that is something she needs to know. At this point, she starts getting in my face and absolutely yelling at me. Well, my mom steps in and she told her, I'm sorry for the bad things my son has done, but just know, she's my daughter, she did nothing wrong. If you try to hurt her because you think she's the wall between you and Jack, no, I will not expect you in my family. You should never ask and convince a guy to marry you. Not saying my son's innocent, but you should not be with a man that has to think twice about you, honey. My parents asked me to leave and we left together. We went back to the hotel room and Dad states, even if the wedding still takes place, they're not going. And if Jack and Sophia are both not fully in this marriage, well, they don't support it. I talked with them. They told me that I was not wrong and I did the right thing by cutting Jack off. Even if they never wanted that, it was the best for the both of us. I then left and booked me a room. Jack called. I didn't answer. He could not find me since I am now in a different room, and he called asking to meet, and I knew I needed to face him, but what'll I say to him? Oh yeah, your fiancé just told me you still haven't got over me and you two are broken up as of yesterday. He sent me his room number if I wanted to see him, and well, I did go. It hurts to say I've lost someone very important. He asked if he can say what exactly he's always wanted to say, and I told him if he's going to say what I think he will, then, he should know he's lost me, because I can't be his sister if he feels that way about me. Well, he still did it. He confessed his feelings for me, and it really broke me, to be honest. And what and how he said it just makes me realize what a jerk I am. What he said is, Azora, I've liked you since forever and I still do. I know we can work this out and try. Please give me a try. I've been waiting for you to finally accept me for 19 years. I won't stop until you give me a try because duck it. Even if you don't, I know what we had and, well, I ruined it. So, please, let us have a chance. I'm really broke. He's never cared for me because if he did, he would not have said it. I told him no. He can forget once had a friend and I will forget I once had a brother. I told him right now's the moment everything ends between us. I told him it'll be hard since we will still have the same parents and I'll be keeping a distance, but I will not cut them off as long as they don't want that. I will not come to family gatherings and I just go on days that he will not be there. He cried and kept on trying to hug me, and I told him he cannot control my feelings. But after he told me he once liked me and I told him I didn't, today should not have happened. The wedding should not have been arranged again, and I apologize if I've ever did something to make him feel the way he does about me. I apologize for not leaving the moment I realized that he liked me, and that I never knew he was that serious, and I thought everything ended where they started dating. I went to my parents and I told them. They understood everything and respected everything, and I'm still their daughter, and we will meet, but not like before. I then left to go home. And yes, to the people who were saying I should not have stayed with him, well, I really thought he was over this. Well, yeah, that was the mistake on my side, but I did nothing wrong to them. I did not tell them to date each other, I did not tell them to get married, and I did not tell them to end it. I didn't tell her I want him. I've made things clear from the get-go about not going to her wedding. I did accept not going, but I needed to tell him what she wants. So I told my parents what the future daughter wants, and I told him before he agreed to still continue with the wedding that I will keep myself away from his relationship. We should both have space and focus on our relationships. He knows me and my ex Will are talking about getting back together, so I'm not wrong for what I did. I'm tired of always trying to fix things, and if I can't fix them, I take the blame. I really did remove myself a bit before when we were single, but I now know that it wasn't enough. So, I just wanted to update you guys one last time, and let you know, sometimes life is not the sweetest. It really hurts losing him, but it's the best thing I can do. Well, for him. And to the people saying Jack had feelings because I did something, I don't know what thing is that I've done, but I've never flirted with him. We just talked playing games, watched some movies, just like every other guy friend I've ever had. Except that me and Jack hung out more, and more close to others. For goodness sake, I've known this guy forever. Again, thank you so much for all the responses throughout this journey. So, it looks like everybody in the comment section was absolutely relentless with Sophia. Let's read a couple comments that basically sum it up with this main comment. Sophia is an unbelievable fool for still going through with the wedding after multiple breakups and calling off of the weddings over the same issue. Especially after Jack was still professing his undenying love to someone else on the very eve of their wedding. Jack is completely selfish tool, though, for not getting himself into therapy a long time ago, and for repeatedly playing these torturous mind games with Sophia. Overall, OP seems relatively blameless. Glad her adoptive parents are sticking by her side. Too bad she has to lose another person and, quote, family member from her life that she was supposed to be able to count on, though. So guys, that was an amazing comment, and I feel like a lot of people were feeling this way in the comment section, so let me know, how do you feel? Drop your comments down below, I want to hear from you. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more daily videos. You can find all my channels in the description below. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.